So how might the British Supreme Court actually alter the balance of power between the Prime Minister and Parliament? It's fascinating. Check this out. Be sure to share this with your friends. Leave your comments, ding the bell, and subscribe to our channel. Meanwhile, across the pond, over on the other side of the Atlantic, the UK is going through all kinds of contortions as Boris Johnson is trying to move the government toward a hard Brexit, and the Parliament is trying to say, no, you can't do that. We want to have a little more reasonable transition, and et cetera. And now it looks like it might be going to the Supreme Court of the United Kingdom. And I thought this was an absolute fascinating one. In fact, Sue Nethercutt, who does our newsletter every day, sent me a note that these hearings on the Supreme Court here in the UK about prorogation could change the balance of power between Parliament, the courts, and the Prime Minister. Fascinating stuff. So I wanted to get our old buddy Victoria Jones on. She's the chief Washington analyst with the DC radio company. Her Twitter handle is Victoria Jones DC. To share her thoughts on this with us, or her, what she knows about it. Victoria, welcome back. What's going on in the country that where you were born? I realize you're a U.S. citizen now, but what's going on in the UK with this?
Yes, Blood. Well, for the last 3 days before the Supreme Court, which has 11 justices sitting at any time, they have been hearing arguments from very eminent QCs, that's Queen Counsels, as you know, many of whom are themselves lords, and sit in the House of Lords. So these are the most eminent barristers in the land about this question of prorogation. So they only take, as our Supreme Court does, the most complex cases come before them. This case has gone to two courts. It went to the High Court in England and Wales, where they threw it out and saying it was a political matter. And the Scottish High Court said that prorogation actually shouldn't have happened.
Let's define prorogation to begin with for Americans who don't know what that word means.
Yes. Suspending Parliament. Boris Johnson, the new Prime Minister, the Conservative Prime Minister who just came in with the crazy yellow hair, that crazier than mine, but his isn't done by a stylist. Apparently it's done by gardening shears. He suspended Parliament at a very crucial time just before the Brexit deadline, October the 31st, which many members of Parliament of both parties believe was done to stop members of Parliament from getting a chance to debate it.
Right.
Because he wants to have his own way and have a hard Brexit if he can't get the deal that he wants.
Now, isn't this pretty much the first time that a prime minister has ever dissolved Parliament and Parliament has said, no, wait a minute?
Yes, like this, it is. It is.